And we've got...
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Quite a few injuries here between the two teams. 5 players out tonight.
5 players scratched from the game. If you're one of the healthy players, you're going to get all you can eat.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Green is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harden in at the 1 spot. And for the Clippers, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Wow, hammering it in!
Well, kind of fun when you see his personality come out in this game like that.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
How about the body control that time of Kyrie Irving? Absorbs the contact, stays focused, not going to be denied down there.
2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And George, here we go. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Harden. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And really on top of all else Harden does for you at this end, he's a tremendous free throw shooter, around 85% for his career. Clutch.
Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Outside, George. Jordan with the rebound.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
The pass to Batum. And he can't jam it through. Brooklyn with the ball. It's been 13 unanswered points for him. Here's Zubac, and Jordan sends it back.
You can't just throw up stuff like that with DeAndre Jordan lurking around.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for the Clippers. Patterson comes in for Ivica Zubac. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Paul George. Brown the pass to Harden. To the inside. And it's Jordan, that time on the assist by Harden.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Rondo. Lays it up and banks it in.
He sees the court so well, Rondo. As soon as the lane opened up, he was all over it.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Harden kicks to Green. Pass to Harris. Shot clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And here's Harden for 3. That one doesn't drop. And the Clippers will come the other way. Leonard with the ball. Now Green defending.
And so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the jets to screen down the lane, then tops it off with the thunder finish.
Harden dishes to Brown. 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Green left side. Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just... Yes, sir. Orchestrating right now. Rondo should be playing with a baton.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. They lead by 7. Down low, Jordan. The layup missed.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they pay the price.
Harden surveying the D. Banked in off the glass. Harden's got 8 points.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Griffin on out there with Irving. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Claxton in at the power forward. Irving against Rondo. Irving passes to Aldridge. And too long on the shot. Clippers trail by 5. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Irving passes to Brown. Back to Irving. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
No stopping Kyrie on the drive right there, getting to the basket with ease.
Outside Rondo. He kicks it to Patterson. They double him with Irving. Patterson passes to Rondo. From outside, off the mark.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Irving way outside. No good on the 3. The Clippers trail.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer. Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Outside Irving. And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Aldridge misses. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Kennard. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Irving surveying the floor. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Clippers. Morris right side. Kennard for three. It's hauled in by Claxton. Brooklyn leading by 3. The shot's good from Griffin. Griffin's got his first 2 points.
Now Griffin good at timing when it is that he leaks out a huge target on the fast break.
Passes it to Mann. Aldridge against Patterson. Here's Mann. Second chance shot, and it's blocked by Brown. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. He tries for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Patterson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And here's Morris for 3. He's off on that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Rondo bounce pass. Morris passes to Rondo.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. And Rondo drops them both. Here is Harden. 8 points for him. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the half. Jeff Green on the wing. Lets it go from the wing. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Coffey. The rebound by Harden. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. Offensive rebound. And stolen by Patterson. Rondo drives in. And some good action through the first 2 quarters.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, back. Well, we know he's a magician on the court. Kenny, has there ever been anyone better? And that does it for our halftime.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2 spot. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the 3-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that 3-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. From deep, Harden. Again, the miss by Harden. Clippers trail by 3. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Zubac kicks to George. Kept alive. Moves back up. Back to Zubac. Outside for George. Pass to Leonard. For the three. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Paul George.
The poise right there from Paul George. That's just a veteran that has no panic in his game.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Leonard. Leonard's got 10 points.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Harden, no good. Los Angeles has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin. Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Here's Irving. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Leonard the pass to George. For the lead. The Clippers rebound. Outside for Jackson. There's the pass to George. Back to Leonard. Inside. Zubac. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Zubac has got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers. And here's Harden. He's got 16. 54 seconds left in the third. Great positioning on the putback. Jordan's got the game tied up here for Brooklyn.
Well, DeAndre Jordan dominates this game on both ends around the glass.
Here's Jackson. It counts. And the foul. It's going to be on James Harden.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Harris. And Luwawu subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Harden the pass to Aldridge. Kicks it out to Harden. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Harden's got 10 points in just the second half. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Kennard for 3. The rebound by Luwawu. For Brooklyn, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Harden can't hit.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Pass to Oturu, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got LaMarcus Aldridge, Harden out there with Brown. Then there's Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 4 spot.
They're such a threat to score from mid-range, but on the inside can do some damage as well.
Now Rondo. To the paint. It's tipped. And stolen by Aldridge. Griffin with it. George picks him up. Brown. And it's Brown on the follow.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. The shot by George, wide open. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Harden finds Griffin. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Morris. Feeds to Patterson. George against Brown. George passes to Morris. Outside for Jackson. Outside Rondo. Just 4 to shoot. George hacks a 2-pointer. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds now tonight and finished off by Brown.
Now that's the kind of passing that opens up the eyes to Blake Griffin's overall talent.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 2. Here's the lob to the hoop. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's George again missing.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And then for Brooklyn, Harris is checked in for Aldridge. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Brown. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for James Harden.
Must-see BG. You can see he stayed ready for that one. A terrific offensive talent.
Irving against Kennard. This is to Batum, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 1:55 left here in the 4th quarter. Here's Irving. Shot clock at 5. Claxton no good. Clippers trail by 4. Goes up on the block. Passes it to Kennard. Good.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And Brooklyn has possession. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th quarter. Irving against Kennard. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
I feel like Kyrie is just never afraid of the challenge in front of him. Tougher the situation, seems like the tougher he plays.
Paul George is checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Luke Kennard. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Brooklyn. And George gets it to go.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
Irving with it. There's a minute left in the game. Over Jackson. Irving can't hit.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Now here's Irving. 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
And here's George for three. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just one.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws, and he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbounds, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter.
And Leonard stays with it.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop.
And the Blazers couldn't have looked any sharper as they came through the...
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green. Then it's Harden. Then there's Irving. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Lillard dishes to Nurkic, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Harden has a wide-open look. Misses off the right iron.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Covington kicks to Powell. Nurkic the pass to Covington. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Three-pointer, Lillard off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Irving looking over the floor. Puts it up from 12, and that one good.
Love the work there. They got the most out of that possession.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 5 now.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now here's Harden. Feeds to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
Here's Powell. High post, Nurkic. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. From downtown. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep three. Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers. Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. The pass to Powell. Back to Nurkic. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 8. And the rejection by Harden. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. And Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Robert Covington. And then for Brooklyn, LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Jordan. And it's Brown in for Kyrie Irving. Brown against McCollum. Brown the pass to Aldridge.
And, you know, Aldridge is...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here is Harden after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. And it's Aldridge missing. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And a wide open look for McCollum. The three-pointer is right on target.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
And now Portland on the break. McCollum with the ball. The second effort. He dishes it to Powell. Kicks it out to Lillard. He gets it up. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Trailblazers out in front as they dominate the last minutes of the quarter.
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Trailblazers?
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland, they've got Anthony. He's out there with Derek Jones. McCollum is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the one spot. Here's McCollum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Trailblazers leading by 9. Outside, Jones. Anthony, the pass to Cannon. Here's Luella. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Count it.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Jones. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Anthony down low. Griffin on him. Shot's good by Anthony.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo. Overpowering the D and still finishes.
Now, here is Irving. Not a lot of room. Aldridge. Irving finds Aldridge. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Enes Kanter. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you've got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
They get it back. Pass to Powell. Kicks to Lillard. Off target from three-point range. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. And he makes that one. Irving's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, that's exactly how you punish a team in transition. Kyrie getting out in front and going straight on the attack.
To the middle. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Irving from long range. Offensive rebound. Here's Green. Good D by Covington.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
It's Powell on the wing. Back to Lillard. Puts it up from 15. And no good that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Here's Irving. And the layup is good. Irving's got 10 points.
Irving, excellent at converting with either hand. He's got a special talent for finishing in the lane.
Tries from 7. Here's Nurkic. Tries again. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
Yeah, that's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Fernie Simons. Harden against Powell. Harden dishes to Aldridge, and the shot goes in.
You know, sometimes overwhelming presence. Aldridge is a handful to deal with because of his height, strength, and length.
46 seconds left in the first half. Kicks it out to Lillard. McCollum from deep, three-point land. But they recover it. Nurkic can't hit. Nets trail by 4. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And Portland making a change here. Simons is checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Blake Griffin in for Jeff Green. Cullen passes to Nurkic. And stolen by Jordan. Harden against Powell. He shoots again. It's laid in by Harden. Harden's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn.
I don't think there's anybody who works harder for his points than Harden does. I mean, if he has to attack the glass to get him, he'll do that too.
It's all tied in. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 11 points. Well, he's been...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Irving. Green is out there with Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Harden in at the 1. Kicks it out to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Green. And that one's good. Lillard's got 13 points.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And there it is for him. 12 points for him.
You know, when Irving rises up to take these shots, so smooth in how he gets it done. He always seems to be in control.
Nurkic kicks to Powell. From deep. No good on that one. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Irving attacking. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Knifing through the defense like warm butter on a biscuit. Irving knows how to get to the rim.
Harden against Lillard. Outside Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Jordan. Blake Griffin comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Bruce Brown in for Irving. Here's Cantor. He doesn't hit that one. Some solid defense from Harris. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
And here's Harden for 3. They grab their own miss. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of neat to see Aldridge take on more of a leadership role. He's somebody the younger guys can look up to.
Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
You know, that defense is helpless right now. I mean, he's got their number, and he knows it.
So for the Trailblazers, Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Little in for C.J. McCollum. Then for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Luwawu-Cabarrot comes in for Joe Harris. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Irving passes to Jordan. Back to Irving. And it's Aldridge, top of the key. Jordan trying to free himself up.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
1:46 left in the third quarter of the game. Simons, the pass to Canner. Here's Simons. And he banks in the layup.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets, leading by 5. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Irving. 16 points for him. There's the feed to Aldridge. And it's blocked. Jordan kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. 1:06 left in the third quarter. Here's Simons. To the wing on the left. Little passes to Giles. To the inside. Cantor. Unable to get that one. Good D by Jordan.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Here's Simons, covered by Irving. Here's Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
19 seconds left to play here in the third. Pass to Canner. Here's Simons. He kicks it to Jones. To the paint. Here's Giles. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Brooklyn ahead. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Yusuf Nurkic. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Tell you what, I don't think there's been a single shot that Irving has wanted and didn't get so far.
Lillard surveying the D. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Outside Irving. Pass to Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irving has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
Lillard outside. Count! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Giles checked in for Portland. The Nets also changing it up. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Bruce Brown. And it's James Harden in for Kyrie Irving.
Guys, it's hard to shake Harden off his game. He's so strong and skilled. He keeps his balance right where he needs it.
Portland again missing.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Now Lillard. And Jordan sends it back.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Lillard outside. And good that time. Lillard's got 20 points.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets, using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Harden the pass to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Stolen away. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
There's a reason why Jordan's a high percentage shooter. Shooting percentage a function of the kind of shots you get. He opts mainly for dunks.
Down low. Griffin with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. It's good. Luwawu's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches. So
for the Nets, LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And Irving subbed in for Luwawu. And the pass to Harris. Aldridge trying to break free. And Harris gets it to go on the assist from Harden. Harris has got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, really good to see Harris playing with that kind of confidence because, you know, these shots will only help him get better.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
No one near him. Kicks it out to Harden. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Nets.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, Just a monster game for James Harden.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open. Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Cantor's checked in, and the second free throw, good.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
First one falls for him.
You know, what's most impressive about Harden to me is his versatility as a scorer. I mean, he's a remarkable combo guard with great size and strength and very efficient on the offensive end.
Dishes it to Cantor. And Jones has it in the corner. It's stolen by Green. 29 seconds left in the fourth. Harden with it. And the Nets miss again.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Chiozza. And his first shot of the game, no good. Here's Jones. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the... David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David Banks. So the Nets starting 5. We've got Jordan. Green is out there with Harris. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving at the 2. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. Antetokounmpo, no good.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Now here is Holiday. Middleton outside. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Harris. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Lots of speed and athleticism on the floor tonight, Brent. What do you think could determine the outcome?
Well, if guys are going to play fast, Kevin, and guys are going to be up in the air, it's going to come down to very solid decision-making to see who it is that separates themselves in this one. Well, playmaking and scoring, that's what Giannis is up to here tonight.
Harden with it. On the wing, Green. Back to Harden. The pass to Irving. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Brook Lopez.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Nets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
I feel like Kyrie is just never afraid of the challenge in front of him. Tougher the situation, seems like the tougher he played.
The Nets making a switch here. Griffin's checked in. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Middleton inside the 3-point line. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Harden.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Now here's Giannis. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes the first.
Well, it's interesting as Giannis has grown in this league. The Greek Freak we know is so versatile, just competing to be one of the best players in the business.
Harden dishes to Irving. Back to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Holiday. Here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez because he's been able to step out and shoot threes along with being a really reliable rim protector.
Bucks trail by 4. Shot from the wing. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Brown is checked in for Brooklyn. Now, here is Harden. Pass to Brown. Just 5 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And James Harden, good for 3. Harden's got 7 points.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Middleton. From 6 feet out, he nails it.
Chris Middleton has the size in this league that you need to finish on the inside. Got to get that one up quick.
Brown outside. Harden left. What a jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right?
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Middleton on the wing. Pass to Portis. The shot misses. The Nets go the other way with it. Harden left side. Griffin kicks to Harris. Three-pointer. And it's Connaughton with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
A shot by Middleton, wide open. Misses the three.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Brown, good.
Yeah, you don't want to leave people open when Blake Griffin has vision of the floor. He exploited the hole in the defense that time.
Middleton inside the three-point line, and again the Bucks miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Griffin with the steal. And so it's Brooklyn ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break. Earlier on, we ran.
I think the underdog story, started.
And Greg, playing with a chip on his shoulder, has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. Holiday. And the rejection by Harden. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Portis. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Now here's Harden. He's got 9. It's Aldridge, high post. Shoots over Portis, and Aldridge the basket on the assist by Harden. Aldridge has got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Holiday, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
A good jumper with long arms, and it's that size that LaMarcus knows all that well. Doesn't want to give up any easy baskets.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. And a change for the Nets. Green, he's checked in for Blake Griffin.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now, here is Harden. Lock at 6. And he elevates with a slam dunk, and Brook Lopez did not like that.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Holiday goes in. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Brown. The shot, no good. And Milwaukee the other way now. Here's Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
How about Lopez getting out as the big man with that kind of hustle in transition?
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Harden the pass to Aldridge. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Holiday with the ball. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
So hard to stop down low. Giannis gets around the basket, and it feels like within 8 feet he's going to dunk just about anything.
DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo. Comes up empty down low.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
Now here's Giannis. Harden missing his last shot. In transition, here come the Nets.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Over in the corner, on to Kumbo. Lopez left side. Poke loose. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Here's Antetokounmpo. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
See the way Giannis kept going and kept his eye on the basket? That helped.
Holiday against Harden. The feed to Aldridge. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
And there's the pass to DiVincenzo. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
16 seconds left now here in the second. Here is Harden. He's got 11. Fires the 3. No good that time. And so it's Brooklyn heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 11 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. And that'll...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Joe Harris is out there with Irving. Then there's Griffin. Then it's Jordan. And it's Claxton in at the 4 slot. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Now here's Giannis. Lays it up off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Bucks. And here is Irving. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Here's Giannis. After the basket by Brooklyn, DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. Feeds it to Lopez. And stolen by Jordan. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Can't hit from in close. Bucks trail by 7. Middleton drives in. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
No mistake about it. Middleton rising up that time for a vicious dunk.
Irving against Holiday. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. A different look for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Harden's checked in. Now, here is Irving. On the clock, Harden the pass to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, how about the power from DJ there, slamming it down.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. DiVincenzo against Irving. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Stolen by Harden.
The instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
Irving can't get it to go. The Bucks trail. Here's DiVincenzo. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now here's Harden. He's got 11. Inside, stolen by Tucker. And they're moving it up. And Portis throws it down.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Irving with the ball. Takes it off the glass. Irving's got 6 points.
No stopping Kyrie on the drive right there, getting to the basket with ease.
Bucks trail by 5. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And a new group in for the Nets. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Blake Griffin comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Luwawu is checked in for Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Look how hard Middleton takes this one right into the paint, getting way too physical for the D to deal with.
And so he makes both from the line.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Irving passes to Griffin. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, Griffin not shying away from the contact. As he's elevated his game, he understands he's going to see a bunch of physical play.
The Bucks making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. And so Holiday will bring it up for Milwaukee. It's a 5-point game. And Tucker has it in the corner. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Nets have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And Griffin playing with heart. Like how he slams that one home right now, dominating in the paint.
Brown against Holiday. Pass to Portis. To the left wing. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And the Bucks making a change here. Lopez is checked in. 4 on the clock. From the line. Tips it up. Shooting foul. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now Irving, 6 points for him. And it's sent back by Lopez.
excellent off-ball awareness as Brook was able to get over there and swat it away.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Nets lead by 5. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Yeah, Drew very much willing to go in there, scrap out a rebound, and hit the board.
Harden against DiVincenzo. Now, here is Harden, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Nets lead by 5.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Middleton against Harris. The kick out to Antetokounmpo, and stolen by Aldridge. Pass to Green. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Now it's a 7-point Brooklyn lead.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
On the wing, Holiday. Middleton on the wing, headed by Green. Shots good by Middleton.
Now working in the mid-range, Middleton finding some ways to play in between.
Harden outside. It's deflected, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. So for the Nets, Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Joe Harris, and it's Brown in for Irving. Harden outside. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. And Nicholas Claxton subbed in for Green. And Luwawu Cabarrot is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And Luwawu gets it to go.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
An incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. And the basket by Harden.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
That's a nice move on the bounce from Giannis, showing that the tools are getting sharper.
Harden outside. He feeds it to Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, this is where DeAndre Jordan's speed as a big pays off. A super dangerous pick-and-roll player when he sprints out of it.
Holiday dishes to Lopez. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Fires from deep. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. The Nets also changing it up. Jeff Green is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarrot, and Kyrie Irving subbed in for Brown. And again, the Bucks miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
DiVincenzo against Irving. Five to shoot. To the inside. Jordan. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And now a 9-point Nets lead.
A big problem in the paint, really. This is the only area that DeAndre Jordan is going to score from.
The Nets have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. On the wing, Irving. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Again, the Nets for 2.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Nets.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for James Harden.
Serving up feeds all night long. He was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
And here's Harden following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Launches it. Brooklyn with the rebound. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Shoots it. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. The traffic in New York City. And with tip.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. And let's check out the injury report. 5 players unavailable tonight.
5 players scratched from the game. If you're one of the healthy players, you're going to get all you can eat.
And the Clippers starting 5. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for the Nets, we've got Jordan. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Green, and it's Harris in at the 3. And both teams, Doris, battling injuries.
Kevin, we have seen that when someone is injured, that means an opportunity for a bench player to show what they have. And the coaching staff maybe has to get a little bit more creative than usual.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. The putback, it's good on the putback.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Now the pass to Zubac. Just 5 on the clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on James Harden. The Clippers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Harden the pass to Irving. There's the dish to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. Nets passing it around. Here's Irving. Here's Jordan. Goes back up. Rebounded by Jackson.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Deflects the pass. The Nets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
The Nets shooting their first free throw of the game here. That free throw good from Harden. Now George. For 3. Sinks the triple.
And this is a shot Paul George makes consistently, right? When he's in rhythm, he's ready to fire off the bounce.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Stolen by Jackson. Down low. Kicks it out to Leonard. The 3 from George. That shot missing. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Here's Irving. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Irving's got his second basket of the game.
Well, what a wizard Kyrie is in the open floor. Utilizes his speed to help create open shots in transition. That's beautiful.
Now, here's George. Passes to Jackson. To the paint. Here's Zubats. Jackson passes to Zubats. Another shot. Kicks it out to Leonard. Takes the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Irving's shot is good. Irving's got 6 points. LA's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. George passes to Zubats. Jackson finds George. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And here comes Harris leading the fast break. The kick out to Irving. No good from outside. The Clippers trail. There's Jackson with the 3. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 6th rebound on the night. And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
George with the ball. There's the 3. Connects from 3-point range. 6 points for him.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. They get a bet. Jordan uses the glass to finish the layup.
You can see why DeAndre Jordan, for his career, over 65% field goal shooting. So close, so easy.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Nets lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with Kennard. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's Rajon Rondo, and it's man in at the shooting guard position. And Patterson kicks to Morris. 6 to shoot. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, this is the area of the floor where Marcus Morris can be a problem because of that frame and that game. Look out, gentlemen.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And Harden launches it from deep. The shot that time, not on target. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's man. Dishes to Patterson. Out to Morris. Back to Patterson. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Clippers making a change here. Coffey's checked in. On up the court. It's hauled in by Coffey.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Got a hand on it. They retain possession. The Nets with the lead. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Chioza passes to Claxton. Misses from short range. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Kennard. No good. That would have tied it. And here's Chioza. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think we're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Here's Chioza. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Chioza's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Kennard. Makes it off the glass.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Chioza passes to Llewellyn. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. To the wing right side. Lets a floater go. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Coffey passes to Patterson. And the wide open shot from Morris. A miss that time would have put him up.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
At the line for 2.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Chioza, banked in off the glass. Chioza's got his second bucket.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Morris dishes to Patterson. And the call, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was
and a close game so far through the first two quarters as we reach.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. They're in good position at the half after a second quarter that was dead even in scoring. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Nets shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. We've got Irving. Jordan is out there with Green. Then there's Harris. And it's Harden in at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Irving kicks to Harden. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Harden's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Nets.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Leonard finds George. Traps in the tray. George has got 9.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
And here's George. 9 points in the game so far. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. Looking for Harris. He gets it there. Plenty of daylight on that shot. And the Nets lead by 3. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
And Irving with the basket on the assist by Harden. Now it's a 5-point Brooklyn lead.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Outside Leonard. Back to Jackson. Kicks it to Batum. Pass to Zubac. Over Jordan. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Harris passes to Harden. Here's Green. Batum grabs the miss.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And that one's good. George.
Well, Paul George has always had that aspect to his game. The mid-range where he can be efficient and effective is absolutely on point.
Harden surveying the D. And he lays it straight in. Harden's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Irving against George. To the middle and stolen by Jordan. And a wide open look for Irving. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Jackson and the dunk by Jackson.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard. That's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
Harden outside. He dishes it to Jordan. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. Here's George. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
When near the bucket, Paul George knows what to do. This guy has such a nuanced understanding of the offense.
Jordan kicks to Irving. There's a minute left to play in the 3rd. Lays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 10 points.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Pass to George. For the tie. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Back to Irving. Batum with the steal. The 3 from George. And that one is off. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Irving kicks to Jordan. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. A second chance effort. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. He has 6.
Well, you love to see DJ work that hard in transition. Go ahead, run the floor, big man.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. We've got 13 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Coffey. And it's good, 2 points. Just 4 seconds left in the 3rd. 1 second left. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, they've got Rajon Rondo. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's man in at the 2. The kick out to Irving. To the right side. Griffin passes to Aldridge. Shoots over Leonard. Back to Griffin. Clock at 4. Here's Irving. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Clippers trail by 3. Rondo passes to man. Now here's Rondo, and it's Griffin with the rebound. Here's Irving. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Boy, terrific read. Kyrie Irving understands what the defense is giving him and takes advantage.
Rondo dishes to Leonard. Out to the wing. Here's Man. He's covered by Brown. Man can't hit. Nets leading by 5. Aldridge up on top. Patterson defending. Aldridge misses. And it's the Clippers' ball. Here's Man. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now Irving. And there's the pass to Claxton. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Clippers. It's a 5-point game. Ball's knocked loose. Passes it to Patterson. Rondo against Irving. Rondo passes to Patterson. Shot from 12. Patterson. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Wow, big time delivery from Patrick Patterson. My goodness, in a big moment delivery.
Irving looking for an opening. Outside Aldridge. Irving against Rondo. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Aldridge. Irving's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets. Rondo passes to Patterson. Back to Rondo. .141 left in the fourth quarter. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Brooklyn making some changes. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's James Harden in for Bruce Brown. Harden outside. .122 left to play in the final quarter. Jordan trying to free himself up. Irving can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Batum. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeded. George against Irving. Irving double team. Here's Jordan. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And the Nets lead by 7.
Well, that pass is a product of Kyrie Irving's great instincts. He's got a terrific mind for the game.
But they'll get another chance. Outside for Jackson. George, that's a 2-pointer. Rebound, Brooklyn.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. The deep 3 from Harden. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. And now it's a 10-point Nets lead. To halt the run. George missing again. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Here's Jordan. Doesn't go for him. Great tee that time from Batum.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Here's Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived. And a look at the status here of both teams, injured players, and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Giles is out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. And looking at the Nets, they've got Griffin, Harden out there with Irving, then there's Harris, and it's Jordan in at center.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game.
Here's Lillard following the bucket by the Nets. Here's Powell. Great D that time from Jordan.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Giles, and Jordan sends it back.
And Jordan comes to deny a shot. His size and reach give him a big advantage.
Griffin attacking, and it's blocked. Lillard with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Here's Powell. No good that time. The Nets go the other way with it.
Just 1 of 4 from the floor, not the start they were looking for here.
And they pick up 2.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
Trailblazers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Three-pointer, Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I think he has to play more conservative from this point on. I mean, that's 2 fouls already.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Simons is checked in. And here's Portland. 4-point game. A 3 from McCollum. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Harden. Harris finds Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Back to Harden. And it's Jordan atop the key. Out to Harris from the arc. Cans it from downtown.
Yeah, Harris shows great competitiveness in answering the opponent's 3 with a payback 3 of his own.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Powell. And that one drops for him.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Irving passes to Harden, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Nets shooting their first free throw this game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And the technical free throw is good.
You know, what's most impressive about Harden to me is his versatility as a scorer. I mean, he's a remarkable combo guard with great size and strength and very efficient on the offensive end.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Bruce Brown in for Joe Harris. And Portland has possession following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Here's Jones.
Mercy, mercy me.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Now here's Harden to the inside. Aldridge. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's Simons. Shooting foul, and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And a wide open look for McCollum. Portland no good that time either. Stolen by Cantor. Count it. Good.
And the coaching staff doesn't have any issue putting the ball in Cantor's hands inside. And why not? That part of his game is very refined.
Aldridge kicks to Brown. Passes it to Green. Here's Harden on the wing. Right side Irving. From deep. Harden. The putback is no good. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he...
I look to the times where...
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nets.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Jones. Then it's Anthony, and it's Simons in at the point guard position. Jones, and Jones slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simons.
You know, in addition to being a fantastic shooter, Covington is also an incredible athlete. Somebody who looks to drop the hammer when he's free near the hoop.
Green finds Harris. High post try, and Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Harris. Aldridge has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Harden. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Lillard. Jones dishes to Covington. Here's Harden. And it's Portland with the rebound. Lillard against Harris. Cantor, the pass to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. The three. And he's good on the three ball. Now it's just a three-point Brooklyn lead.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
And the jam by Harden.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
You know, over time, Aldridge has really developed into a pretty good shot blocker.
And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Aldridge. Griffin comes in for Green. Luwawu is checked in for Joe Harris. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Cantor. Harry Giles comes in for Robert Covington. Norman Bowles checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And McCollum subbed in for Jones. Down low. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Over Irving. McCollum dishes to Lillard. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Here's Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Here's Powell. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
Floats one. Claxton with the bucket. And the Nets lead by 10.
Irving doing a nice job there being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
Three-pointer, Lillard. That shot, no good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Irving passes to Luwawu. Left side, Irving. Pass to Claxton. And a wide open look for Irving. The rebound by Giles.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
McCollum passes to Norkic and finished off by Norkic.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
And Griffin, here we go.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect play.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 12 points and 4 assists. And that should...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Griffin. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Claxton in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
Guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Irving passes to Jordan. Stolen by McCollum.
You could tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was.
Powell kicks to Giles. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And that's exactly what you want to start the second half. Smart play call.
Yeah, they want to get the half off to a quick start, and they know who to go to.
Harden dishes to Jordan. Harden against Lillard. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Kicks it out to Lillard. And yes, it's good.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Here's Irving. 12 points for him. Griffin finds Harden. Drops in the layup for 2. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, tremendous and wonderful balance from Harden. This dude could have been a running back of the highest caliber with his size, dexterity, and balance. Never lets the defense get him out of his rhythm.
And it's Lillard missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That is his first foul of the game. Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Giles. And it's Derek Jones in for C.J. McCollum.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
Nobody near Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And Griffin scores. The assist by Harris. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Griffin with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. And that's an intentional foul. And Brooklyn making a change here. Chioza's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Simons is checked in. Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Big boy muscle that time by DeAndre Jordan was not going to be stopped. Got the hoop, +1.
The Nets have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to lose.
That's a solid blueprint. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The Nets have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. Here's Simons. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
And here are the Nets. They're on a 14-6 run. And there's a minute 45 left here in the third quarter. Here's Chioza. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing. Oh!
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! My goodness! Boy, Jordan still going up. Man, he's been lighting up arenas for over a decade and still major bounce.
Simons the pass to Cantor. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Cantor's got 6 points.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Here's Chiosa. There's a minute left to play in the third. The three from Harden. Nailed from three-point land. Harden's got 10 points here in the second half.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Kicks to Cantor. Outside, Jones. Lays it up off the glass. He has 6.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
32 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Chiosa. The pass to Jordan. Stolen by Cantor. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
Chiosa passes to Claxton. In the corner, Harden. With 1 on the clock. James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. He got into double digits for the quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Robert Covington out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. Anthony down low, guarded by Green. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Pass to Luwawu. Can't hit that one. Excellent D from Cantor. Trailblazers trail by 13. Oh, Covington in position. It's stolen by Green. It's intercepted. Covington into the lane. And the dunk by Covington.
Man, the fearlessness, I love it by Covington. Really sticking it to the defense with that dunk. Going right at him.
Here's Chiosa. Several teams changing it up here. Now, here is Irving. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Irving, excellent at converting with either hand. He's got a special talent for finishing in the lane.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Harden kicks to Griffin. Here's Aldridge. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Boy, that's a shot that Aldridge loves. I mean, he's always comfortable in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. McCollum outside. 5 on the clock. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep three.
And the jam by Harden.
An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Lillard outside. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge. Jordan, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Little, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And here's McCollum for 3. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Harden the pass to Jordan, and then slammed in by Jordan.
Boy, at the rim, Jordan still, after all this time in the league, has the athleticism to get up and throw it down.
Feeds it to Nurkic, tries from 10, and that one hits back iron. Brooklyn leading by 10. To the paint. Here's Harris, kicks it out to Harden. First 3-pointers off the mark. Portland's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Oh, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Irving against McCollum. Outside Irving. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Nets.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kyrie Irving.
Well, you have to marvel at how well he picked apart that defense repeatedly. Found the right guy in the right spot at the right time.
Lillard against Harden. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jordan high post. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
Irving looking for an opening. In the corner, it's Harris. So it's the Nets picking up the win. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Brooklyn, Harden out there with Irving. Then there's Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Green in at the four-man position. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Brown is checked in for James Harden. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Milwaukee. Middleton on the wing. Dishes it to Lopez. Back to Middleton. Over Harris. And Middleton, the basket on the assist from Lopez.
See how skilled Middleton is, ready to pull the trigger, and the defense is going to have to do better.
Here's Irving. The dish now to Jordan. Back to Irving. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting. Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
Irving against DiVincenzo. Jordan trying to free himself up. A nice shot by Irving.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
It's good.
Lopez down on the inside, getting that soft touch to go.
Nets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Outside Irving. To the inside. Here's Jordan. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
Back to DiVincenzo. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Milwaukee making a switch. Connaughton's checked in. The Nets still looking like they're getting going. They trail by 6. Irving up top, guarded by Holiday. And the Nets miss again.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Oh, great ball movement there.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Jordan. Griffin comes in for Green. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Johnson in for Irving. And Milwaukee also making a switch. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez.
It's interesting as Giannis has grown in this league. The Greek Freak we know is so versatile, just competing to be one of the best players in the business.
Here's Connaughton, the pass to Giannis. Converts on the jumper for the easy 2. And it's 6 points for Giannis.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Johnson dishes to Griffin. Shoots over Tucker. Griffin kicks to Johnson. Pass to Brown. Shot clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. No good from Luwawu. And it's the Bucks ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Middleton finds Giannis.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Here's Johnson. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Here's Johnson following the basket by Giannis.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Now, here's Antetokounmpo, 10 points for him. Here's Middleton. He can't get that one, so Brooklyn will take it the other way. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Milwaukee, another fast break opportunity here. Yep, that one goes in there. Antetokounmpo's got 12.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Inside, here's Middleton. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Middleton's got his second basket.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And recently, on the subject of trash talking, Giannis.
I like to stay locked in to the game.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And quite a position here for the Bucks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Bucks. They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 2.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
The Nets shooting their first free throw of the contest. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. And the basket is good. Harden's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Pass to Chiozza. Out left to the wing. Now the Bucks moving it up. Portis kicks to Lopez. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bucks lead by 9.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Lopez inside, defended by Griffin. Pass to DiVincenzo. Over in the corner, Portis. He's looking for DiVincenzo and finds him. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Portis. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Dante DiVincenzo. Chioza. Aldridge dishes to Harris. The kick out to Aldridge. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
A big part of this attack from this team is Aldridge right there. Doesn't get any sweeter than that.
Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. The rebound by Harden. Nets trail by 5. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those. Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
And here's Chioza. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. We've got 1:13 left in the first half of basketball. That shot by Griffin, no good.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Giannis kicks to Middleton. Over Harris. Shot's good by Middleton. And now a 9-point Bucks lead.
Now working in the mid-range, Middleton finding some ways to play in between.
Harden the pass to Aldridge. It's Solomon to Kumbo. And they're running. Here's Middleton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Milwaukee shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Chris Middleton has worked his way back and come a long way. The former second-round pick becoming a consistent starter in the league.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. For Brooklyn, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Free throw good, James Harden.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season.
Here's Holiday. And it's Irving with the rebound. Nets trail by 7. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, beyond the physical stuff, what I like about Giannis right now is the feel for the game. That time, great timing defensively.
Brooklyn shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And the first one drops. 2 shots. And he makes both free throws. Now here's Giannis. And Tucker has it in the corner. And that'll do it for the first half of Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 14 points. And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
They've got Harden. Green is out there with Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harris in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here's Middleton. Puts up a 3. Kyrie Irving with the rebound. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Harris with the ball. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Lopez inside. Harris is there. Middleton can't get it to go.
His shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Now here's Harden. 14 points for him. Offensive rebound.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Bucks passing it around. Down low. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Bruce Brown, who's checked in for Brooklyn. Bobby Portis is checked in for Milwaukee.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
They double him with Jordan. Lopez passes to Holiday. 6 to shoot. Lopez kicks to Holiday. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And the Bucks lead by 5.
Pretty sure the defense thought they had him cornered. They didn't. Drew Holiday hits him with a big shot there as the shot clock winds down.
Irving attacking, and the layup's good off the glass. Irving's got 6 points. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Holiday. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Appreciate Drew Holiday getting shifty there on the inside to draw the contact.
Milwaukee shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green, and it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Joe Harris.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Portis finds Holiday. Back to Portis. Here's Connaughton. Intercepted. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And Brown throws it down.
Just another way Aldridge beats you. As a facilitator, very comfortable making decisions.
Holiday surveying the floor. The shot missing. Some solid defense there from Irving. Brown dishes to Irving. Luwawu, the pass to Claxton. For the lead. And it's Aldridge missing. The Bucks have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. They get the rebound. Tucker. There's Portis. And finally they hit one. Portis has got 6.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now here is Irving. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Connaughton. Here's DiVincenzo. Tips it. Great positioning on the putback. Connaughton's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Griffin's checked in for the Nets. Harden comes in for Luwawu Cabarrot. The Bucks also changing it up. Giannis, he's checked in for Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Harden. Rebound, Milwaukee. Tucker with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Giannis. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
I mean, take a look at Giannis in his first year as opposed to now. That strength coming into play now.
Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bucks lead by 4. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. On the court for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. Now here's Harden. Back to Griffin. Shot clock at 5. Beyond the arc. Harden, no good. Bucks leading by 4. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That'll be his second foul of the game. Off the inbound pass, and he bangs it home with one hand.
That's great signs to see Chris Middleton get up just like that.
Holiday against Harden. Outside, Griffin. The pass to Harden. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Claxton. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Harden. He kicks to Griffin. Back to Harden. Passes it to Claxton. Nets passing it around. It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless, the foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Marcus Aldridge has checked in for Griffin. Joe Harris comes in for Brown. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Jeff Green. Now here's Lopez. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Now the Bucks moving it up. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
Yep, that's a great look from Giannis there.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Irving. Second shot opportunity. Harden inside the three-point line. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Harden's got 20 points.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Whistle blows, bucket. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He told them this is gut check time. This is when it gets real and when it gets fun. We're here to play in these big moments. Let's make this one count. Kevin, by my count, that's 5 cliches.
Here's Harden. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Now here's Middleton. He dishes it to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
Wow, Lopez stepping up. What confidence from the big fella.
1:16 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Irving. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And how about the poise from Kyrie Irving? These are the moments he lives for.
DiVincenzo against Irving. Giannis drives in. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
So exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
Aldridge, the pass to Claxton. From deep, Harden. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Here's Antetokounmpo. It's rebounded by Aldridge. What is on the line here?
Crowd is so focused.
Here's Claxton. It's good. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Trying to get open as Lopez. Money!
Big-time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
Holiday against Harden. Yes!
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get in.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
Timeout called the Nets. They trail by 2. Just 2 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
So a close game sees Mill. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.